What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the basement. Today we're going to be doing a video on the Springfield Echelon. But before we do, there's a few things we got to talk about. One, you should go check us out on Discord and Instagram. Discord's the best place to go communicate with us, talk about all kinds of fun stuff. And then Instagram's the best place to stay up to date on our day-to-day lives, like our workouts, our fun stuff we take photos of, stuff we're working on. That can be found over at Instagram. You should also check out our basement operator link down below. We're switching our merch out completely. We're no longer doing continuous stuff. We're going to be doing dedicated drops. So depending on when you're seeing this, you're either in the middle of a drop or you're right before a drop. So make sure to sign up and you'll get updates via email. And we appreciate everybody that has signed up and is supporting us. A big thank you, guys. Before we dive into the Echelon, we do need to talk about song recommendations. We're going to do Hoodie Allen, Pretty Face. This is the Jesse McCartney remix. Am I right, Hunter? Yeah. All right, Jesse McCartney remix. Love Hoodie Allen, longtime fan, and when he dropped this one, it reminded me of a lot of old Hoodie songs. It's kind of like that college rap-ish alternative. I don't know the best way to describe it. Go leave some song recommendations down below. I listen to everything you guys comment, and I really appreciate the support. So let's dive right into the Echelon. Now, this is not going to be like the full spec review. This is going to be more of just things I have come to see or like about the pistol and that I find interesting. One thing is price is very comparable to a lot of other pistols on the market. Price point runs about, I think, $670 MSRP, but it also has some super cool deals that you can find on it. Some of them have tons of extra mags, some of them have red dots on them, and then some of them have, pistol cases and whatnot. This one came with a Crimson Trace red dot. I really don't like the red dot at all. There's no way to change how bright or not bright it is, and sometimes it just doesn't work for us that we found during the review process, so that kind of sucks. But to go to the actual pistol itself, this is a very well-functioning, good shooting pistol. We ran most of our testing with it, just shooting MagTech ammunition, pretty inexpensive, cheap stuff. We got it from True Shot. And then for the holster, we ran a Dara holster, which we run Dara stuff all the time. Big shout out to them. Some of the things I really like about it is that it feels really good, and one of the things I noticed, so one of the reasons I really like my Glock is because I think the pistol feels really good. It doesn't feel very cheap, and it's something that just feels good in the hand, and I found that the Echelon feels the same way. I think the Echelon feels really good in the hand when I'm shooting it, when I'm using it, when I'm manipulating it. It just feels like a very nice functioning pistol. To contribute to that, one of the things I really like about it is the slide serrations, very detailed and I guess aggressive. They're up here at the front, so you can get a good grip on them like that. Or if you, for some reason, have to grab it by the back, they're very good and detailed on the back too. So that's one of the things. And then also the stippling that runs in hand spots. So high traction spots like right here where your thumb would go, underneath the trigger guard, in front of the trigger guard, all those spots that fingers could go, or for whatever reason you might need to grab. They do have texturing or stippling on them that allows for a good grip. So that's another thing that I think I like a lot about the pistol. One of the other things that I noticed with this pistol is that when shooting it was a good flat shooting pistol. So it was comfortable to shoot, and I was able to stay on target fairly simply with this. Now, when I shot this pistol a lot, I had a light on the front, so that helped me keep the muzzle down just a little bit with the extra weight. So that could have been a contributing factor. If you're not going to run a light on it, you might have a different outcome than what I have. But for the most part, it was a good flat shooting pistol. The trigger's nice, nothing to really write home about. I think it's a little bit better than a Glock trigger, but that's not hard to beat. Other than that, I think the pistol is pretty sweet. One of the things I also like about it is the fact that it has a optics plate or doesn't have an optics plate, I guess. It has the Viz system, so you can put up to like 30 different red dots on it, which is pretty cool. It's a nice functioning system. Like I had mentioned, this came with a Crimson Trace. This is not going to be a mainstay on this one. I'm probably going to find something like a Vortex or something to put on top of it, because I just haven't been a really big fan of the Crimson Trace. So if you didn't like the Crimson Trace, it does have irons on it. They're a U with a dot. The front dot is a tritium dot, so in low light scenarios, it does bring a good bright feel to it. That neon, whatever the hell it is. And that's really a nice feature to have. I don't know how you feel about the U dot. Yeah, it works for me. I don't think it's my favorite thing in the whole wide world, but it's functionable, if that makes any sense. All in all, the Springfield Echelon seems to be a pretty quality pistol from our testing. We haven't ran into any issues with it. Now the question that everybody asks, will it replace my Glock 47? Probably not, and really the reason for that comes down to really brand loyalty. I don't see any reason that it would replace my Glock, but I also don't see any reason that I would have an issue if I had to replace my Glock with it. That's what it really comes down to. I really enjoy my Glock 47. I enjoy the customizability of it, but I think if you're looking for an Echelon and you really like Springfield, you have some sort of connection with Springfield mentally, physically, religiously, sexually, there's no issue, in my opinion, with the Echelon that I have. And that's not saying other people haven't had issues, but this one right here seems to be a pretty good pistol, and I don't think there's any problem with it if you're looking for a good full-size pistol to either do concealed carry work with, if you like full-size pistols for that, or a home defense gun, or just, you know, something to put on a to-go belt or battle belt, whatever you want to call it. I think the Echelon's a pretty awesome little pistol. You should go check it out. And, you know, we really appreciate you guys for watching. Make sure to check us out on Discord, Instagram. Hit the subscribe button. Go listen to the song. And we'll see you guys on the next one. As always, take some outdoors. Peace.